What attracted you to her? Because like I feel like your attraction is not just physical.
It wasn't physical. Let me tell you. Let me tell you one thing. So, it was several things actually, but I'll tell you maybe two. This same Alex, who apparently is supposed to be an anti-bullying activist,
Facts.
bully a person, she repeatedly landed punches on EK
Bro, I talked to EK about it. Yo, she messed him up
in
in
the
the pool.
That was enough to get her disqualified. Literally.
Yeah, well, why did that happen?
I don't know why it happened. I never really wanted to get into the
Yo,
story.
why didn't Big Brother like punish her for that?
I don't know, but all Elebaye did was
Pull someone's hair.
pull someone's hair and maybe just did this to DOYIN. I was waiting for her to hit me. She didn't hit me because she knew that if she hit me, she was going to get in trouble.
Do you
But
feel
she's
like
done
she
it
met her
before.
match? Do you feel like she met her match in that
She
moment?
met more than her match.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I don't know whether we should say the national anthem before we start this interview because this is a regime right here. I'm going to need you to tell your mom, to tell your dad, to tell your uncle, to tell your sister, to tell your brother because Chelsea won 4-1! And I know Chike is mad about that. Fuck Man United. We don't care about the 2-1 losers. To tell them to go to the post office, to lick it, stamp it, and we're moving from Anambra all the way to Bayelsa State because we have a military man in the building, a general, a sophisticated man, a sexy man, dark, tall, handsome, with some sexy teeth too. We talking to the general, Mr. PERE. Welcome to Sabi Radio Live, my brother.
Thank you, man.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
You represented yourself once again in the light that you should. And brother, every military person around the world should be proud, bro, because
Absolutely.
you carried yourself with a lot of respect, bro, and we respect that.
Right.
How you feeling?
Feeling good.
Second time in Big Brother's house?
Yeah, second time.
How would you compare your time before and your time now?
Well,
Finalist twice, but you entered a fake housemate the first time?
yeah, entered as a fake housemate, became a housemate, and got all the way to the finals. This time around, got all the way to the finals as well. The only difference I'd say was the game. The gameplay in my season was quite different.
Which one was
because
better?
of the rules.
Which one was better in your
I
opinion?
prefer the gameplay in my season. Yeah, because you didn't have to do all this conspiracy nonsense that I call it conspiracy nonsense.
But
Cause
you were still conspiring, but you're a game player, brother.
right. You couldn't conspire in my season, but
There
you
was
could
just some
play.
talks
Yeah,
in the
you could.
background.
Yeah,
Y'all
you
knew
play
each
the
other.
game right
I feel you.
without voicing anything.
And I feel like one of the reasons why I respect you a lot is because same with ADEKUNLE, same with you. Y'all play the game well.
Right.
You're a game player, and I feel like maybe it's because you also have that military background that you just are always eager to strategize and you make sure your strategy works the way you want it to work.
Right.
Is that how you approach this All-Star season as well?
Yeah. Same thing.
What was the strategy? What was your actual strategy?
Well, to be as firm as possible, but also to let the world see something they didn't see in my season. Regarding, everyone so
You're showing us
tough
that
guy.
voice. You're giving Usher vibes, sing it every time. I didn't know you had the voice on you now.
Yeah, I didn't sing so much in my season, but this time around, I made sure I did that. I was at the forefront when it came to things that had to do with music and singing and stuff.
Is that something you're gonna like dabble into going forward?
Maybe.
You have a voice, bruh. I wouldn't even lie. You have a nice voice.
I try.
You can be like the R&B type vibe of the Nigerian industry.
I try.
Fair. Yeah. So, chop it up with me, bruh. Chop it up with me. You had a different coming in your first season and now. Even the looks. And I want to start with the looks, bro. You cut your dreads off. What's up with that?
Oh, well,
For guys that cannot grow as much hair as you.
Well, they were not real dreads, although it was real hair. The only reason I cut them was because we didn't have anyone in the house who could actually retwist them to make them neater.
Prince wasn't
Yeah,
there early.
Prince. Yeah, Prince. If Prince had come early, yeah, I'll probably have my dreads up until maybe the end of the show. But
Fair, fair, fair.
yeah, that didn't happen.
But like I said, your strategies were legendary, especially this season. And how you used to plot, and I was just like, oh my god, this nigga is brilliant. Bro, especially the plots you had with EK and Kidwire. What's
Right.
up with that? Like, how many plots did you guys even have?
Yeah, I mean, the game was all about trying to. It was you had to conspire for nominations and pardon me's and different things. Part of that too, we got winged of some info that the women were also having their own
They
thing
were.
going.
They were.
So we're like, okay, we might as well have our own thing going. It was fun while doing the entire thing.
Were you gonna carry the people that were like plotting against you to the final with you? Or was it just a situation of you're just helping me now for my strategy? As the time goes on, I might have to step out because it's not favoring me
Yeah,
anymore.
when the house gets fewer, say for example, the guys were with me who were all doing our thing. If they stayed and the house got fewer, then everyone just disintegrates and
Yeah. But I
starts
feel
to
like I feel like you
individually
worked in
do
your
their
favor
thing.
though. I feel like you worked in your family. EK left, Kid Wild left. Then it was just you and Cross and Neil. Neil
Yeah,
left.
Cross was really never part of the plot.
Then Neil was though. Then Neil left.
Neil was doing his own thing too.
The other side, I'm a lone wolf. I'm a write this one by myself. But I want to go into something. You're a general, but I don't know whether you admit it, but I felt like I saw a lot of myself in you in a sense of having a big heart.
Right.
You're a man that tries to hide his emotions, but you have a big heart. And we saw your big heart a lot. We saw your good? We saw your big heart a lot, especially in the Cross saga.
Right.
And I was talking to Cross as well. That's my brother, and I was like, what happened between y'all broke my heart because I fell in love with the bromance, and I feel like that's something that is not appreciated enough, especially in Big Brother seasons. The bromance that happens, the camaraderie between the guys, and everything. I feel like people are always trying to look for the toxicity and all that type of
Right.
stuff.
Right.
What led you to break down the way you did in that Cross situation?
So now going into the house, I'd say there were 24 of us. Well, including myself, 24. Excluding me, 23. Excluding Cross, 22. 22 of those housemates, I saw them as competitors. The only one I didn't see as a competitor was Cross.
Wow.
And I told that to Big Brother when he asked me several questions in the diary room. And he was like, your loyalty is consistent. Because I said, I don't owe, and I told him also, I told Big Brother in the diary room, I said, I don't owe any loyalty to any of those housemates because they're not as close. The only one person at the time who had that close relationship with me before going into the house was Cross. You know, because at some point I started seeing him as a brother as opposed to just a friend. I told Big Brother, I said I don't owe anyone any loyalty apart from Cross. So when I started noticing that, so much so that even when we were going into the diary room for the nominations, pardon me, please, and stuff, no matter how you want to spin that, it was one thing that was constant for me. I didn't care who came to me to say, "Oh, this person, we should give this person a pardon me."
Yeah.
Why? It's not Christmas. We're not handing out Christmas hampers. So I'm like, I'm gonna mention the only person who is my friend who should get the pardon me, please. I was working as an individual, you know. When people started going to him, certain people in the house started going to him to paint this picture of saying I said this and I said that and trying to twist what I said to make it look bad. I was disappointed in him because he believed those things. Now, I'm gonna paint the scenario to you, right?
Mm.
If you and I have been really good friends, or we have good relationships, and we've been really close,
Yeah.
and someone, you know me, I'm just like your brother, and I know you just like my brother. That's how close we've been. And someone on the outside comes to say, "Oh, you said something about me," and tells me that, my first reaction would not to believe or draw conclusions and form a strong opinion to judge the character of someone who I deemed as my brother
Yeah.
from hearing that. My first reaction would be to talk to you
Make
about
sure
what
you said
I've
what.
heard.
Yeah.
Is it true? Did you say this? This is what they said. This is what you talk. But instead, what I noticed was he started to withdraw.
Mm.
He was. I could feel that withdrawal. So much so that one day I had to. It was me who had to call him to the corner and ask him, "What's going on, man? I noticed your distance."
Yeah.
This was after several weeks. And then he's like, "Oh, well, I heard this, I heard that." I'm like, "You could have come to me to ask me. So you heard this and heard that and heard this, and you just formed an opinion from people who I don't, from people who aren't as close to you as I am.
Yeah.
You could have come to ask me." So that made me feel some type of way. And of course, those things weren't even true. But in the midst of all of that, I still kept that loyalty.
I'll and I told him, I don't know whether you're a basketball fan, but I feel like y'all two's relationship right now is low key like Kobe and Shaq. Like y'all are tight, y'all are cool ass brothers, but because of how competitive both of you are, and also how big both of you are, there's a lot of miscommunication that's happened, and I feel like both of you just need to come together to form that championship team again. Because honestly and truthfully, like y'all, I told you off, and I told him off, and I'm gonna say on camera to you, y'all are brothers. Like what happened in the house, I feel like was mainly of miscommunication, and also just due to the emotions in the house, plain and straight, and also the game. But I feel like now both of you are outside. You all are stronger together than apart. Simple as.
Hmm.
That's where I stand with it. I don't know about you, but that's the same thing I told him as well. I feel like both of your brothers and y'all are way stronger together than apart because, like I told you, I fell in love with the bromance. I fell in love with the cross and pair always having that back, and even in the house, even after you guys collided, all that type of vibe, you still had his back and he still had yours, low key. So I just feel like y'all need to like have like a sit down like Kobe and Shaq did and
Yeah,
just
we already did the sit down. Thanks to Liquor Rose.
mm.
She was the one who.
Shout out to Liquor. Shout out to
Shout
Liquor,
out to
bro.
Liquor
Always
Rose.
moving on peace and vibes.
Yeah, it's always been Liquor Rose, PERE, Cross. Just the three of us from our season that have been. We've been sticking together. And Liquor is one of the guys now. We don't see her as, she's like one of us. She's like, we're
Yeah,
like all of that. We've been
yeah.
like that. We've been like that
I know.
since. So
I know, bro. I know, bro.
we've
Like,
had that sit down and
so even me
squared
just
everything up.
watching from the outside, me saying that I was hurt, I can imagine like in your shoes how you felt. Like, you,
Hmm.
from what you're saying now, like it
It
felt like
was it was that void that was left that now birthed another bromance in the house between myself and Neo. Now, if Neo had stayed long
mm,
enough, that would have been really. But myself and Neo got close. Neo was now the one who had my back when certain individuals who
trying
were
to come
known,
at you.
yeah, who were known to always consistently goad and provoke me. He at some point actually reprimanded one of them. So yeah.
So just before we even get into that, because I'm definitely going to get into that, and it was a big part in the season, and I thank God that it didn't affect your game.
Mm-mm.
CEECEE, considering how close you and CeeCee were, and I'm sure you guys were very close outside of the house before the house. How do you think she feels about like your vibe with you and Messi right now?
I don't know. I haven't sampled her opinion. I don't think I ever wanted, but everyone has to stay in their lane. I think she's staying in hers. I'm staying in mine. So
Fair.
whatever dealings I have with Mercy is with Mercy.
Bro, shout out to you for
Yeah.
that, bro. You got a good one, bro. You got
Yeah.
a bag. You got a bag, my guy. But let's move on to the people that were trying to fuck with you, bro. Number one, Alex. I'll be straight up, and I said it. I was like, and I'll be straight up with you, my guy. Alex got in your head. She got in your head a little bit. I don't know how much. I feel like she got in your head because the parent I know, especially when you're irking him, he has a sense of just keeping quiet and composure. We saw it in your season with White Money. We also saw it in this season as well with ADEKUNLE. But Alex got in your head. She like you did something, in my opinion, I thought was out of character.
Yeah, it was out of character.
What's her issue, bro? Like, do you think like she intentionally wanted to like just fuck with you, or like to play to like aid her game, or like what's her issue, bro?
I don't even know honestly, I don't know what the issue was, but all I do know was, unlike the situation with White Money and yeah, White Money was not goading me. White Money never goaded me. White Money never provoked me. It was a case of two people who,
And I feel like White Money was trying to get the house against you, especially in that
right,
public moment when he was like, "Perry, I know you don't like me."
right,
I
right,
felt
right.
like he was trying to get the house to rile up against you. That's
Right,
what
he
I'm trying to
was.
say.
He was trying to get the house up against me, yeah. But the thing with that now is that happened in that moment. For Alex, there were several moments, and they didn't show everything. There were several moments where she was provoking and
I
goading.
saw that in the kitchen when she just came and was like, when you
Right.
were never talking to her, you're like, "What the hell is the show you even
Yeah,
talking
that
about?"
was even the that was even the, you what you saw was the peak of it,
Wow.
and there were other smaller moments too, other moments here and there. And I pushed all those things aside. I took all of those things. So now what I now later started to hear and see was how she would go to other housemates, including Cross, to she started this campaign against me in the house, talking about I'm not a good friend to Cross and all that. She started that campaign, and I had gotten wind of it, but ignored, expecting that the person who is supposed to be my friend would come tell me and ask me questions and say, "Hey, what's up? This is what's going on. What happened?" But that never happened. Instead, there was a belief. So I was alienated. I became alone. Now, so many things happen in that situation. She, it got to that peak point, and I had to put a halt to it.
And I feel like a lot of I feel like something that people are not really talking about, which I really looked at, maybe because I have conservative views, is how she was literally just poking at you and also like threatening you.
Right.
She threatened to like slap you, threatened to put her hands on you.
Mm-hmm.
And what really pissed me off is everybody has a limit. And you
Mm-hmm.
had a, bro, I will applaud you. My limit would have been broken. I would have called her out in the kitchen. I would have cursed her ass out. Dead ass. Me, I would have cursed her ass there. But I feel like the straw that broke the camel back was when you flipped that bed. And people don't realize how she was in your face saying, "I will slap you." Da 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 da. And you were just, and that's not even the first time.
Yeah.
And people were now attacking you because you reacted and saying that you were ungentlemanlike. I didn't fuck with that. Like, how did you feel coming out of the house, seeing how people were just attacking you, but not looking at the aggressor?
It's yeah. Nigerians, some of them, not all of them, some are very selective with all of that stuff. So with the mattress situation, I was And Big Brother made it clear when he was given the strike, he had to play the video from the
It wasn't
beginning
even
where
her
he started.
bed.
It was not
It
her
wasn't even
bed.
her
And guess
bed.
what this girl did? Even after she had, so I took my food, I sat down on the bed. I've been sleeping on that bed for a while. You know, after I moved from the pink room to the blue room, after Prince had left. Then I started sleeping on the bed a little bit after he left. On that particular occasion, I had cooked. I went to the room, sat down, ate my food, and then I had to go put the plate in the kitchen, come back again to the room to continue. Um, to continue, like I like to sleep.
Yeah.
So I laid down, covered myself up. A bunch of people were in the room. Alex was there. CeECEE, Mercy, Cross, Neo, Mashallah was laying on the bed that came up where I used to sleep on. And I covered myself up while they were having the conversations. And Alex, prior to this time, I there was something Alex had done. I've forgotten what it was. And during my diary session, I complained about it to Big Brother. Big Brother said, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I'm just going to avoid Alex." He said, "Yes, that's the best thing to do. Just avoid completely." So I completely avoided talking to Alex. You know. And then prior to that, we're not even talking. We're not even saying hi, hello, good morning, none of that stuff. If I'm coming here, she's going that way. If she's coming here, I'm going this way. Like we
Yeah.
make sure I make sure I
You avoided her.
avoid her physically and every otherwise. All of a sudden this girl turns and starts talking to me like we've been talking since and tells me, "Oh, Perry, this is my bed." And I'm looking at her like,
How?
okay, how? Said, "Oh, I want to sleep. This is my bed. So you have to leave my bed." I'm like, "No, Alex." And this is how the conversation started. I'm like, "No, Alex, this is not your bed."
She literally said sleeping at when Prince came.
Right. She started sleeping on Prince Kane, exactly. So I'm like, "Alex, this is not your bed. Um, your initial bed is in the pink room.
Yep.
So my initial bed is in the pink room. The beds that are available now don't belong to anyone, and we are free to sleep in wherever we choose to sleep in."
Fuck.
She goes, "No, this is my bed. I don't want negative energy on my bed. You know how I am about energy." It started going on about all this stuff. And I'm like, "Alex, look, I don't have time for this right now. I want to sleep. I'm going to take my ass to sleep. I want to sleep right now." And then she was ranting and ranting again, and gradually her voice started to elevate.
Yeah.
Her mind started to elevate. And then she goes, "Oh, I thought you were fucking joking." Oh, and then she gets up and yanks the thing from off of
Facts.
me, and then yanked the other one off of Mashallah, who was not even a part of that conversation. I mean, that had to have been someone who had. I'm sorry to say, she got to have been really crazy.
Yeah.
So
Oh no, every Igbo, I believe every Igbo woman has that in her for sure.
right,
For
so
sure.
so she yanked the two, and for a split second, I laid there. And she yanked him. She took him outside. I watched the video earlier today too. She yanked him, took him outside, dropped it. I came back inside and started yelling and shouting. So I got up. I noticed I wore my singlet the wrong way.
Yeah.
Put it back on the right way. And then I told her, I said, "Look, I don't think you want to be back here in this bed when I come back in. I need you to." The moment I got up, she laid down. So I told her, I said, "I don't think you want to be laying down when I get back here." Because I already knew what I was going to do.
Yeah.
I was going to take the mattress. So I got back in with the duvets, put them down, and I went straight for the mattress. I pulled the mattress from the bed. She was laying on it. I pulled the mattress from the bed, set the mattress aside. So in my pulling of the mattress, she got up from the bed and stood. She didn't fall, she stood. And then she walked up to me. And I told her, I said, "I know you want to hit me," because I had seen this same Alex, who apparently is supposed to be an anti-bullying activist,
Facts.
bully a person She repeatedly landed punches on Ike
Bro, I talked to you about yo. She messed him up
in
in
the
the pool.
pool. That was enough to get her disqualified. Literally.
Yeah, well, why did that happen?
I don't know why it happened. I never really wanted to get into the
No,
story.
why didn't Big Brother like punish her for that?
I don't know, but Ilebaye did. All Ilebaye did was
Pull someone's hair.
pull someone's hair and maybe just did this to Doyin.
Mm.
Ilebaye is not as strong as Alex. Alex had some strength.
Yeah,
She was going at
she has some
Ike,
thick hands.
and she really was punching this guy. So I'd seen that. So I said, okay, this girl is probably one. At that moment I knew she had violent tendencies in her.
Mm.
So what I did was I said, okay, fine. She wants to provoke me. I'll provoke you to hit me then. So hit me and let's see what Big is gonna do this time around. So that's why I did what I did and I stood there. I said, okay, you wanna hit me? I know you're gonna hit me. Hit me. Hit me now. Hit me. I was waiting for her to hit me. She didn't hit me because she knew that if she hit me, she's gonna get in trouble.
You
Because
feel
she's
like
done
she
it
met her
before.
match? You feel like she met her match in that
She
moment?
met more than her match. And it was at that point Big Brother called me to the diary room, said, PERE, report to the diary room. So I went to the diary room, and here's what happened in the diary room. Biggie, as soon as I got in, I told Biggie, I said, look, you need to deal with this. This person has been provoking me for weeks now.
Facts.
Biggie said, we've seen everything, and Biggie's aware. Don't worry, we'll deal with it. And that's exactly what they said to me. It's just, hey, just sit down, catch your breath, and relax.
Do you think she was trying to strike you out the game? You think that was like a goal?
Probably, yeah.
I think it was too. I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like it was.
It was.
'Cause I feel like especially that week she was coming for you, bro.
Right, but she left the house and I made it to the finals.
Let's go, Sam!
Top 5, baby.
That way, bro. That's all you need to tell her, bro. Facts. Hey, I'm top 5. Where were you? You watched me at home.
Right.
You were watching me from home.
To me from your TV.
Facts. Nah, but one thing that my dad always said, and I feel like the Nigerian community needs to know is, I'm a gentleman, but at the same time, I'm also a proud man. It doesn't mean I'm a prideful man, but I'm proud of everything I've accomplished and my own person. And I feel like people need to understand that men are gentlemen, but do not insult a man's pride.
No, you
And
know.
I feel like that week, she was coming for your pride.
Straight
As
up.
like she was going below the belt, saying some stupid ass crazy things that I'm not gonna say because that shit was upsetting to me. And I was like, what? Why are you doing this? Like you're dead ass trying to like come for this man's ego. Like she was going for your ego, and the straw that broke the camel's back. You now reacted. Everyone's not trying to come at you. I didn't fuck with that. Honestly, I did not fuck with that at all. But my brother, do you think that? Like, I know you're a man of peace. Do you think like there can ever be a sit down with both of you?
I don't want to sit down. I would avoid a sit. Even if Jesus came and says sit down, I would not sit down. I'll tell Jesus to bring someone else who I offended, or someone else who had a squabble with me, and I would rather sit down with the devil before I sit down with Alex. I'll say that, and y'all should keep this in there,
Yeah.
because I'm definitely on that shit, and that's how much I don't want a sit down. Let everyone stay where they're at. Let everyone just be where they're at.
Avoid me, bro.
Just avoid me. You see me here. I don't know. No grudges. I just don't want to have any
You don't
dealings.
just want to have that energy near you. Like she said, you don't want
Zero.
negative energy near you.
Nope. Zero.
I fuck with that, bro. Hey, that's for your own peace of mind, and I feel like she should respect that. And if she says the same thing, I'm sure you're gonna respect that too. I mean, both of you are grown ass adults.
Exactly.
Moving on to somebody that, the vibe was different when she came up her. What's up with you? Like, there was a moment that people were saying you knelt down for her in the party room and all that type of vibe. Like,
Knelt down for her in the party.
yeah, like you got on one knee, like you were proposing to Shorty. Like,
No. I don't. I can't remember that. I don't remember that. But I know though. Me and Kim, we were friends in the house before. Sorry, friends outside before she came to the house.
before you went to your season, because I know her season was before yours.
No, I met Kim Upper after I got out the house in 2021.
Okay.
That's when I met.
So since then, you were just like cool.
Yeah, we've been cool ever since, up until when she got in the house.
So when she came into the house, was like
Oh, so
Was your approach friendship vibes and it built to something, or was it of I'm just comfortable with Shorty and the feelings just developed the way it developed?
I would say there were feelings that developed the way that, but it was friendship vibes.
Strictly friendship.
Yeah, strictly friendship
Okay.
vibes. Although I liked the babe,
She's
and
attractive. I mean,
yeah,
hey man.
when I met her in 2021, I told Cross at the time that, hey man, I just met Kim. It's like, oh, for real? Wow, wow.
He did say that. He did
Right.
say that. Yeah.
So I told her that I told him rather that I met Kim and all, but I had to keep it strictly friendship. When I saw my guy, I was like, okay, good. I'm rooting for the two of you. Yeah.
Fair. 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 Okay. Let's move on to the bag you bagged, man. You bagged the bag. You bagged, in my opinion, anybody that's asked me who is probably one of the baddest girls in the entertainment industry, I keep saying Messi, man. No
Yeah.
cap. You bagged the bag. And once again, congratulations on that one. My guy. I wish I was you. I wish I was you.
Really?
How is that going, bro?
Yeah, going good. I mean,
Super couple.
you want to call it that?
What,
Okay.
Sierra and Russell Wilson?
Is that right?
Bro, man.
We're good. We're just taking it slow and discovering each other, trying to, you know.
Be honest with you, did you see it coming? Did you
Well,
feel like she liked you like that?
I did not see it coming. I was willing to try. I didn't. I didn't. I didn't say I would. I knew she liked me like that, but I was just willing to
You're
try,
gonna shoot your shot.
shoot my shot. Yeah, because when I saw Mercy first was on the phone conversation with Cross. I was on video call with Cross, and she had she Cross passed the phone because I saw. I was like, "Who's that? Who's that?" So I was like, "Oh, it was." I was like, after speaking to her, and all, I jokingly told her, I said, "I'm more you didn't my," and she said, "Make I close am." I said, "I no go close am." That was the first banter we ever had. It was
Yeah.
on a FaceTime call, and this was like I had gotten out of the house
Yeah.
at that time in 2021, and then subsequently we started meeting ourselves on at events and different things. Well,
One thing led to another.
one thing led to another. We got into the house, and when she got into the house, I remember I called EK aside. I think it was day three.
Yeah, I
I
remember
was
that.
asking EK how far with you and Mercy,
Yeah.
and EK was like, "Oh no, they're just cool. They're just." I said, "So you're cool." I said, "Okay, cool." Then I did the same thing again. I asked her, but EK was present. But then after asking, I now dropped a hint. I'm like, so if a guy now wants to, so
just saying,
this babe,
hypothetically.
you go vex, how you go feel? He's like, no, no vex. So then EK was like, wait, you like Messi? I said, I'm just saying, I'm just
Ah!
saying. But as time went on, the house was a lot. There were, I guess, probably there were other people who were also interested in
Yeah.
exploring some type of connection with her. But when the house got fewer, I had the
Connection got
opportunity.
closer.
Yeah, connection got close, and what you saw was just something
Yeah.
that started as a spark,
Yeah.
and
But
now.
besides, I mean, I feel like the whole of Nigeria, if you know Messi, you know she's a very, very beautiful woman. But besides that, what attracted you to her? Because like I feel like
So
your attraction is not just physical,
it
bro.
wasn't physical. Let me tell you. Let me tell you one thing. So it was several things actually, but I'll tell you maybe two. In week one, now from the small knowledge about I've had about Mercy, had been from her previous season, and what I saw my first 2 weeks being in the house with her was a woman who had grown. There was some growth, so that caught my attention. One. Secondly, I'm a spiritual guy. I love God, and I love people that love God. So one day I was going into the blue room to do something, and I looked. On the bed was a Bible, a small Bible. I was like, okay, who's on this bed? This is Mrs. bed. The bed was empty. I went away. That night, I took a peek in the blue room. There she was reading the Bible. When you see Mercy,
You're
you
like,
wouldn't.
that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
When you see her, you would not necessarily think she would be that type of a spiritual person who would love God. And truth be told, even after being, here's the thing. So when I saw that, I was like, and then I see her again several times. She's praying before she goes to bed. Even after we had that, even after we bonded and everything, she kept on doing the same thing every night. She would say she wants to pray. Once she started read the Bible, pray. That kept me like,
Grounded.
yeah. I was intrigued by that. Now, at the back of my mind, I'm like, let me see if this is how she would do. Is this how she is outside?
Yeah.
Truth be told, bro,
That's how she is.
same,
How many,
same
how,
thing.
how many devotions have y'all done?
I mean, we've talked about praying together. Even outside the house, we've talked about praying together. I see her always engrossed in these hallelujah things and stuff. She's showing wants to worship and pray. So yeah, I see that a lot.
Dope, bro. That's something you can take home to mom, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, so
Well,
I see the
hoping-
passion, bro, that you talk about her. Like even the words you use, I'm not gonna say them. But just now you were using some certain words that were heavy. But hey, it's all good, right? That's what I'm saying. I see your passion. How far do you think y'all can be?
as far as God wants us to be.
Nah, bro, come on now. God helps those who help themselves.
I
How far do you want it
mean,
to go? The
look.
altar?
Look, if it gets to the altar, man, that's a good one.
And Miracle's gonna be the MC
That
to the wedding. That's what PERE said just now. Miracle's the MC to the wedding. Let's go. Let's go.
if it gets, that's gonna be a good one. She's not a bad person at all.
Nah, bro. She's
No one's
smart too.
perfect. She's not a bad person. She has a lot of good things about her, and she brought a lot of peace and serenity to me while I was in the house. In my very last moments in the house. I think my last moments in the house were my best moments. Those are the ones I remember.
Your happiest moments?
My happiest moments.
Shout out to Lamborghini Messi, bro.
Yeah.
If you have a Lambo in your team, you're gonna be happy. I need a Lamborghini. If y'all wanna donate, help me out. Before Messi gets one, that'd be nice. My favorite color is blue. I like my Lamborghini sky blue, sparkles, glitters. You know the vibes. You know
One
me.
red. One red one.
But anyhow, brother, you won the Amatem Soft Gel Challenge. Congratulations for that. And I was
you,
happy to see you win that. And I literally said this. I was like, the way how fast you put that net up, you have experience. I don't know when America started having mosquitoes, but the way you put that shit up, I was like, this guy has done this shit before. There's no way this is his first time. So you killed that game. Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Moving on to my next question. Brought to you by Amatem Soft Gel. Who played the best game in the house? Besides yourself.
Who played the best game in the house? Kid.
What did I say? What did I say? Kid Wire's game
Kid.
was stunning. And that's why I was very disappointed he left when he left.
Yeah. Kid.
He was very intentional.
Yeah, he was. It was very intentional. When Kid left, I was like, shit.
Bro, how was the house? Like, was everyone like shaking? Like, bro, if he's leaving now, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. People were shaking. People were taken aback. People were like,
Yo.
cow. And it was one of the shocking evictions we had. Himself, his eviction was a shocking. White Money's was also another shocking one. But Kid had, aside from me, Kid had the best game in the
Yeah.
house.
I have to agree. I have to second that.
You said this.
Yeah.
Cheating on PERE.
What did I say?
You said
Bro,
Kid. Yeah.
Kid,
Yeah.
my brother.
Kid's game.
I would love to talk to you forever.
Yeah.
But I know you have a long day ahead of you. I
Right.
know that, and you've had a long day behind you. So I just want you to promote the business, my brother. What are we gonna see from the general? Second time in the house now, coming out double finalist. I know you're in the movie business. You produce, you write, bro. We have the same manager too.
Right. Oh, we do?
Yes, we do.
No way.
Yes, we do, my brother. What do you have coming up, bro? Talk to me.
So of course, he does the Men's Club. That's already on Amazon,
Okay.
and then there's also my film. That's I executive produced the movie. Shot it in March. That shit cost me a whole lot, man. Over 140 something million
Yeah.
to produce that thing.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah,
You're
it
doing
was a
bits.
beautiful movie. We shot in Nigeria and in America. It's going to be out sometime in January in cinemas, distributed by Film One.
Shout out to Philmon.
Yep. I mean, and after then we'll get on.
So when is PERE gonna carry Miracle so we can win an Oscar? That's what the people want to know.
Yeah.
Not me, but the people.
Hey, you gonna be my film, man. Yeah, you go.
Can we? We're recording, right? You heard it. Me and PERE are gonna win an Oscar.
You
Tune
go.
in.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And the sequel to the movie would actually be filmed in America. So
Please.
I mean, we don't need to get you. We don't need to get you a visa now because I know you can. You already got the.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
You know the vibes. Sabi Radio is live. That's where we're gonna end it, bruh. Ladies and gentlemen, the general was on the show, and I appreciate you, my brother. A classy man, a classy general, and a classy human being above all. Sabi Radio is live. Let's go, baby.
Favorite SPC product? Lipton. I love the taste, especially the Lipton lemon flavor. This one. They got the lemon, they got the peach. I like this one. It just quenches that thirst, especially when it's chilled. After those lengthy hours spent in the arena, you're drained, you're exhausted. I just want to get back to Lipton, take a sip of this stuff. I just like that sound right there when you open it. Just take a little sip. Yeah, suits you.